Men also bring guidance. They bring guidance in all different ways and aspects. They bring guidance in financial ways. They bring guidance in structure. They bring guidance, I honestly believe, in every aspect. Besides, I would say, besides maybe the emotional standpoint, I don't think they bring guidance into that. But when it comes to just about everything else, they bring guidance and structure because, especially now, if you just, put two and two together, I think it's a beautiful thing. We spoke about this before, a beautiful thing that women are making more money and they are becoming so much, they're actually fulfilling a lot of their potentials. But it's still very new. There was something that I read online that, or no, I didn't read it online. Rashawn mentioned it before on the show where he said that 75% of women don't know what to do with their money when they get it. So in terms of maybe financial literacy, successful men, not all men, because I don't think every man
let's
has
talk in
one.
averages.
Yeah.
Like we know what the averages are.
But like even like in my relationship, you know what I'm saying? I've gave guidance, I've made game plans and strategized. How are we gonna get from A to B? How are we gonna get from B to C? How are we gonna get from C to D? I'm really the one that's kind of putting most of that together, majority of it. So I think that that's what I'm really speaking about when I'm talking about guidance.
So I have a question for both of y'all. Do y'all think that the average man who's making $45,600 some odd dollars a year, the average man living in New York,
Can we give an age on this average man? Hypothetically, since we're speaking.
I don't know, like 28, 29
Okay.
to 40? Yes, they're reasonable.
So,
I'm just saying, like, think, because y'all are obviously speaking from a different perspective, right?
yeah.
So,
but I'm in that age group.
no, not the age group. I'm just saying, like, where you are in life as far as success, as far as, like, where you see yourself financially, like, throughout your life path.
Yeah.
Like, do you really feel like the average man is able to give guidance? Do you feel like the average man is financially literate? Do you feel like the average man knows how to, like, mentally, physically take care of himself?
No, but let me jump in. You have to put some responsibility on who you choosing and who you taking guidance from.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So I can't say that you're just gonna pick any random man and he's gonna be able to guide you and tell you what you need to do and how you need to do it. But you gotta understand who you're picking if this is what you're looking for. Mm-hmm. Because if you're looking for stability and you're a woman, you're looking for certain things within a man. You can't not just find those things and think that he's going to be able to do what you need him to do. You have to look for what you need and pay attention to what they're bringing to the table. If they're bringing great things to the table, they're smart, they make good decisions for themselves, they're always on point, then you can gauge and say, yo, I got a dude that's paying attention, that he's on his dean, he knows what he's talking about, he's clean, he works hard, he pays his bills, he got good credit or don't, he's working towards it. You know what you have. So you know if you can follow his lead, and if that's what you're looking for in a man, then it's key that you pay attention to his qualities and what he can or can't do. If we want a woman, and Rico wants a woman that cooks and takes care of home, and she doesn't have those skills, and he decides to make that his wife, I'm gonna be telling him, like, what did you expect? She's not just gonna find these skills. You have to pay attention to what you want. You have to know what you want. But we as people fall in love and we don't pay attention to what we want for ourselves or what we personally need. We go with the joy a lot of times. So if you're a person that's clean and you want your house right, you might be with a woman who isn't beat for that. She might want to go make money. She might not want to take care of the home, but you like her. Are you going to say, I don't want to be with her because she doesn't have these couple of qualities that I want her to have? Or are you going to adjust to that? And that's what a lot of women, I feel like, do. They think that they're going to adjust and they can pick up the slack for these men that they want them, or would like for them to lead them. Exactly.
But that's what I'm saying. My fault.
And I'm just saying, I don't know if women particularly want to be led.
Yeah.
I feel like we hear a lot of content creators and people in this whole like manosphere saying that, well, women need to be able to be led. But at the end of the day, just like you just said, women are only willing to be led, or should only be willing to be led, when they're going to lead you somewhere like good. Don't fucking lead me to the toilet. You know what I mean? I think that, and you're saying it for both sexes, and I actually appreciate that, because you got to pay attention to what somebody shows you and what somebody doing, because you can't expect them to do something after you get married, something totally different from when they was, beforehand. So
I think that you guys aren't thinking about the average person. I think you guys are not considering what the real average life, since you brought it, because the question was about the average man. Can the average man guide? That's what we were talking about, right? And between 29 to 40, and I'm gonna say yes. After approximately the age of 32, they say most men become financially stable around 32 to 35 or 33, whatever it is. And I kind of feel like I seen that growing up. I'm not considering my position. I'm not considering your position, his position of life, because it's unrealistic.
what's unrealistic?
Basically, the way we're able to live is unrealistic.
Why say that?
It's not the average.
Yeah, we only make up approximately 15% of the world, or 50% of this country, and it's even less when you think about the world.
Right.
So when you ask me, can a man guide a woman, I'm gonna tell you yes. Now, if you're saying, can a man guide a woman to 6 figures and he's not a 6-figure man, I would tell you no. Well, most cases, no, obviously. But I appreciate right now so much because you're forced to be a partner if you're an average person. I don't care who you are, guy, girl.
Why say forced?
Because
you need somebody else to survive.
You need somebody else to survive. If the average...
but you think people realize that, though?
Yeah, I do, because the average person, the average household in America...
They don't want to.
Yeah, no, the average... Listen, I got picked up. I was Ubering to my gym. I got in the Uber to my gym, which is like 40 minutes away. And the lady picked me up, and as she picked me up, she's driving me, and she's talking to me. And she's telling me about her life, and she's like, you live in these new apartments, is it expensive? And then she's like, where are you going the 40-minute drive? I said, to the gym. She said, you're paying all this money on the Uber to go to a gym? Like, I'm like, yeah, like. And she said, wow, you must have a lot of money. And I said, I don't have a lot of money, I just haven't, enough, whatever. To speed the conversation up, she goes on to tell me how since COVID happened, or actually before COVID has happened, her husband lost his job. She's a nurse, and then she also is now Ubering. He hasn't been able to get back into his job since the COVID, whatever.
He Ubering too, right?
No. So he's at home.
She's making $100,000 being a nurse, and she's driving a car.
Yeah, and she's driving a car. But
I know she's making $100,000.
They had bought the house. They had bought the house that they live at in the same town as me. I think she said 5 or 6 years ago.
So what's he doing?
Right now, he's doing nothing.
What you mean?
Right. That's what
you're talking about. He's not doing anything. So what
you mean nothing? He's just home playing Call of Duty.
Well, I don't know what he's doing at home, but I know that he's not working. She told me he's not bringing in any money.
She's capped.
So, all right, but
wait. Let Rico go.
So
may not be.
So she's telling me how she's getting mad now because she's bringing in all the money for the last couple years, right? And she's like, first when the COVID started, I didn't care. But now that COVID is kind of like, you got to get up and go back to work. And he just hasn't done it, right? He was collecting unemployment. So I said to her, well, it's kind of crazy because, I appreciate the fact that this is the extent that you're willing to go to. She's like, well, we have, a 5-year-old and a 4-year-old and an 8-year-old. I gotta also do my part. I can't be mad because he was doing his part before. This is just a downtime. And that's what I mean by people are forced to work together. Because a lot of people are not making money single-handedly. So when you're making money together, you're, or even if it's one side, maybe you're making money now, you have the ability to make money too. So then if I go down, you pick it up. In the average world, not including us, in the average world, they're only making $40,000 a year each.
You have to.
You combining this to $80,000 to have a realistic.
They're not combining that though, bro.
I mean, I'm not gonna say they're combining all of it.
Homeboy is spending his $40K, right?
On everything?
Yes. And whatever is left.
Not in New Jersey, because the 40K isn't even.
Not in Rico's home. Huh?
Go ahead.
Wait, no, that's what I'm saying.
No, not in Rico's.
So go ahead, finish up.
Because I'm a little lost by that too. Let me backtrack.
Please,
right?
because that's the one thing I can't get
Let me backtrack because I'm a
past.
little lost by this too. If she's going to work,
Yeah.
and they have a family where they have a car that can be driven for Lyft or whatever.
That's the question, brother.
Right?
Please.
Why is he not driving the car? And if she's crazy enough, right, to let him stay at home while she chooses to drive the Uber, she deserves what she gets.
She deserves what she gets.
She deserves what she
What do you
gets.
mean, like the money?
Why are we talking about homeboy? He's pimping, and she is doing what she's supposed to be doing, I guess, for him.
Wait, but what are her options?
Her options is, yo, Playboy, you see that car out there that I'm driving to go get the bread? You need to be getting up to go get that
But
bread.
he can still say no.
Okay, once he says no, boo, you know you picked the wrong person and you need to make a move and do what you gotta do.
Yeah, but
this is what I go back when I said from the beginning, and I'm gonna let you finish, that women have to understand who they picking and who they dealing with. I know you as a person, right? As a human being. Forget a friend.
No.
You're not going to let your baby mama go get a job and be a nurse and y'all need money and she's going to go out and drive the Uber. That don't make no sense.
Guys, real quick.
When it comes down to it,
everybody's calling you guys by name. They're just letting you guys know that Kevin Samuels passed away on YouTube. So a lot of your fans, a lot of your viewers on YouTube is just letting you guys know.
Wait, he was on YouTube when it happened?
No.
No. They're just saying.
You got Lean Andrews is letting you guys know.
Yeah,
saying
we
Rico,
knew
Esso.
Kevin. We said rest in peace to Kevin. We respected him. We knew he passed away. We was one of the first people to find out what's going on. And rest in peace to Kevin Samuels. We started the show with that or the live with that.
Yes, definitely rest in peace. So to go back to what I was saying, so you're bugging 100%. I don't care what you say, you're bugging because at the end of the day,
I'm with Esso on this
if
one.
they
though.
if they have a whole family, so if you just take about, I don't have all the answers to their story, but they have a 7-year-old is their eldest, right? So I know they've been together for 7 years. And I know that she said that he was holding it down before. So if this is the time where he's having a rough time bouncing back, why can't she do it for a year and a half, 2 years, you know what I'm saying?
Wasn't she complaining
But
to
I
you?
said this. I said
wasn't
this.
she
I'm with you on
complaining?
this one then.
Huh?
But wasn't she complaining to you?
Of course she's gonna.
No, don't be with him.
No,
She's
no, no.
complaining.
It does not matter.
Let him finish his story.
Stop. No, it doesn't.
She's complaining.
But at the end of the day, what I'm saying is we're not taking into consideration the average people. Like Esso has been living a luxurious lifestyle since he was 18 years old. Okay?
No, it wasn't easy. So
whatever, it was still luxurious. I don't care the difficulty. You had these people who I don't know anything about their history. I just know he was holding it down for 7 years or maybe 5 years, because if COVID was about 2 years, you know what I'm saying? And I know the child is 7 at this moment. And she decided to pick up and do what she gotta do. However it is, this is the time, what I'm trying to say is this is the time frame where everybody is forced to be partners for average lifestyles.
Esso.
Yes.
What I think Rico is saying is this, and this is a real thing, that men don't get no credit when they need a break. Sometimes a man loses a spirit. You could be the most getting money dude in the world. Sometimes if your spirit is broken, your woman needs to go out there and hustle.
I lost my Okay. I lost my spirit. I got worn down by the music business.
Oh, talk on it. Okay.
All right.
Let's talk.
I have a wife. I do not hide that my wife makes a lot of money. I'm not going to even front on her. You know what I'm saying? For most women, she's not a millionaire, but she makes it easily $250,000 a year, every year for the last 7-8 years.
Well, you know she's in the top 5%.
Okay, so before that, she had one gap for 4 years where she didn't make no money. She laid on the couch and couldn't figure out what she was doing. Before that, she made a whole lot of money. I get it, right? I had lows because you work for yourself. There were times where I didn't have the money. But even when she was the one that was getting that bread, I still was pulling my shit too, and I was in a funk too. I didn't want to get up and go out. I felt bad about what was going on. I went from somebody making $300,000 to making $70,000. And for people who make $70,000, they don't think that that's cool. No, it's not cool, nigga, when you making $300,000. No, you're poor. You're poor. Yeah. You go from being lit to poor. So don't tell me about getting up and talking about this homeboy, I did it for 7 years, bro. You talking to a nigga who been on his own since I was 16. You're not talking to me about 7 years.
But you understand.
And talking about you get a chance to take a break.
Esso, you're missing the point.
Okay,
though.
Tell me the point.
The point is you think 70,000 is a little bit of money.
It is.
No,
but what I'm trying to tell you is the average people think that that's a lot.
No, listen, what he said going from 300,000 to 70.
I'm broke.
That's a little.
But no. Scratch that. I don't even care. That's an irrelevant factor.
How?
Because in the conversation, when you're comparing average people, they will never hit 300,000.
Okay, but 70,000, I'm poor.
Guys,
okay, go ahead. You go ahead.
Erin, get a little
this
control.
Is the thing. What Esso is saying is that he believes as a man, you can't just sit on your ass regardless. And again, that's what y'all was saying the same thing. So
this is all the time.
So like you can't just sit on your ass, funk or not.
Yeah.
Like if she at the hospital working, he needs to be in the Uber to live doing whatever.
Figuring it out.
Yes.
Something.
I'm just saying like even if my spirit is broken, I still got to turn my lights on in my house. I still got to eat. I still got to buy my medicine. I still got to put gas in my car.
You got to try.
I still have to take care of 3 children. 3 little people who did not ask to be here. Broken spirit or not. Like, I mean,
you know what I hear?
That's what I don't understand.
I'm just saying.
Last week, Esso sat here.
Okay, what I say?
Last week, Esso sat here and said, if my wife is making 500,000 hypothetically, and I sacrifice it because there's no point for both of us to be working.
500,000, yes, that's half a million.
Regardless about the money.
A dollar amount is not regardless.
Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. Just slow. If I sacrifice, right? If I sacrifice working, so then that way we can actually see each other, I'm looked at as a herb, and I'm looked at as a clown, and we agreed.
I agree.
Right? Now, what I'm saying is playing devil's advocate on what you're saying.
Okay.
We said, hypothetically, if she's a nurse in Ubering, 100,000 she's making, right? Right? You following me, right?
I'm listening.
Okay, just making sure.
Okay.
So she's making 100,000, and I don't know what he was doing prior. We don't know the specifics. I don't know. All I know is that they bought a house when he was working.
Great.
Right? So they got something.
And they're maintaining the house.
They were maintaining the house as well.
Let him finish like you told me. Let him finish. You just told me. Let him finish.
I just want his facts to come out.
Me too. I'm waiting too. I'm waiting patiently.
Because I have to. No, you're not. So
I actually am this time.
Are y'all waiting or y'all talking? So when it all comes down, he loses his job because of COVID, and then 18 months to 2 years, however long this time frame is. You're saying that it's unacceptable for him to take a break from working in totality. Mind you, like I said, he was collecting unemployment, so I'm not saying he's not providing something, but he's not working.
May I speak?
Go ahead. Yeah, I'm asking you a question.
Would you like to go first?
No, I was going to say, and to clarify, unemployment is like 60% of like what you make.
Whatever you're making.
Right? Yeah. So I mean, he bringing in,
He's doing. I don't know what he was doing. I know that he was bringing in money, but I know he was not working.
Okay.
I'm just helping paint the picture. That's all.
Yeah.
All I'm saying about
I'm just asking.
all I'm saying about this husband is this. My wife isn't gonna go and be a nurse all day and come home and drive an Uber in a car that I can drive.
I don't even know how that works, to be honest.
That's-
I don't think you can drive other people's cars.
They're married, correct?
That's not how.
Are they not married?
That's not how that works.
I'm not going to have my wife
That's not how that works.
drive a Uber
When he himself can
around or while you're at work, boo. If I want to spend time with you, I'ma drive the Uber. I'll drop your ass off.
Right.
Right? I'ma take you to work, boom. You out. I'm gonna go do my time. I'ma do my time while you at work. I'ma come pick your ass up and we lit.
Right.
I'm not staying at home with no hope of doing anything. Even when my wife was home for 4.5 years, she works for herself. So I gave her that time to figure out what was her next move that she was going to do out of respect. Was she still doing little shit to get money? You're goddamn right she was. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna pick this up. I'm not just gonna sit around and let you do everything. Now, whether it didn't matter to me. If our bills was $7,000 and she came to me, she said, I only got $1,200, I appreciated that.
Because she's doing something.
That's
Better
it.
than nothing.
You're coming with the work with me. So so that's giving me the fervor to go out. Exactly.
So wait, let me ask you a question.
YouTube, let's get the likes
Thank
up.
you. I'm out there like this.
But wait, so let me ask you a question. So is it the money or is it the fact that they're working?
Principle.
It's not the money. It's not the fact that they're working.
Okay,
you asked me a question. Okay.
Yeah. Because I want to make sure that you understand.
I understand.
No. I want to make sure you understand.
Okay.
Right? If somebody's getting money handed to them, maybe they had made an investment and they're getting residuals, but they're still not working. But she still gives that $1,200 a month, but she just doesn't do anything outside of that. Is that still okay?
You're contributing, but I'm still gonna look for you to at least be trying to figure out how you're gonna do because we're still not making ends meet.